Good morning. I am Mamatova F.B, an English teacher of Uzbek-Israel Joint Faculty of the National University of Uzbekistan. In this lesson, I am going to talk about Unit 9, which is called Read On. And in this unit, we'll talk about different genres of literature. Here we have two types, fiction and non-fiction literature. Fiction refers to literature created with imagination, which is created. And non-fiction refers to literature based on truth, facts. And here we have the list of fiction literature. The first one, comic, causing or meant to cause laughter. Mostly you can find here funny stories. The next, graphic novel, a novel in comic strip format. It's a book where you can find a lot of pictures in boxes. It's a length of story. It's illustrated story. Next, crime novel, detective story, murder mystery, mystery novel, and police novel. When there is a story about crime, criminal. The next is fairy tale, a children's story about magical and imaginary beings and lands. Mostly it is educational story. There you can find created stories for children. In most cases, heroes are animals. Fantasy, a genre of speculative fiction set in fictional universe, often inspired by real-world myth and folklore. Fantasy, its created story. Historical fiction, a literary genre in which the plot takes place in a setting located in the past. Here we can find history of countries. The next is horror. It is intended to frighten, scare, disgust, or startle its readers by inducing feelings of horror and terror. All stories in this literature is intended to frighten. Play, a work of drama usually consisting mostly of dialogue between characters and intended for theatrical performance rather than just reading. For example, play of Shakespeare. Shakespeare wrote plays, and all his plays performed in theaters. Next, romance. Genre fiction places their primary focus on the relationship and romantic love between two people. We have to stress this word combination, romantic love between two people. Here we can find stories about love, about relationship. Next, science fiction. Fiction based on imagined future scientific or technological advance and major social or environmental changes. It's scientific or technological advances. These stories are imagined or created with imagination. Next is thriller, a novel, play, or film with an exciting plot, typically involving crime or espionage. And non-fiction, as I mentioned above, this is about fact, about truth. The first one, atlas, a book of maps or charts. You can find here maps of countries, and it also shows you a geographical location of, for example, mountains, rivers, borders, boundaries, and so on. Next is autobiography, an account of a person's life written by that person. If you write about your own life, you wrote autobiography. Biography, when you write about somebody's life, an account of someone's life written by someone else. And And cookbook, a book containing recipes and other information about the preparation and cooking of food. Here you can find the process, how to cook, the process of cooking, and some direction how to cook, what ingredients to use. And next, dictionary, a reference book on a particular subject, the items of which are typically arranged in alphabetical order. It also gives you information about pronunciation of words and what parts of speech, origin of words, and plus translation. Encyclopedia, a book or set of books giving information on many subjects or on many aspects of one subject and typically arranged alphabetically. It's also arranged alphabetically, but here you can find different information about different subjects. Guidebook, a book of information about a place designed for the use of visitors or tourists. Here you can find information about places, how to get to some places, what transport to use, or where that place is located. The next, magazine, a periodical publication containing articles and illustrations, often on a particular subject or aimed at a particular readership. It includes information such as articles, adverts, and all of them are illustrated. Manual, relating to or done with the hands. It's the first meaning, and the second meaning, in manual you can also find the information how to use something. For example, instruction of usage. The next, newspaper, a printed publication consisting of folded, unstapled sheets and containing news, articles, advertisements, and correspondence. A newspaper, you can find mostly news. It comes from the word news. News, here it's mentioned the information giving about news. Textbook, a book used as a standard work for the study of a particular subject. Our gateway, our book gateway is textbook. There you will find the information about grammar, topics, and to fix all these topics, some exercises. It's based on our academic year's plan from curricula. And now we'll do a task from Gateway. Page 110. The task number 4. Match these words with the book titles in 1 to 10. Here we have book titles and we should give the literature. What kind of literature is it? The first is given as an example. Discover Venice. It's guidebook. And in this book we can find how to learn all places of Venice, how to get to some places, how to get to a restaurant, what hotel can we stop at, and so on. The next, how to get the most from your digital camera. You have digital camera and you should learn all functions of digital camera. And how to get most from your digital camera gives you manual. In the manual you can find the usage of digital camera. The next is My Life by Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton describes my life and it is autobiography. Shakespeare by Bill Bryson. Bill Bryson wrote about Shakespeare. If somebody writes about someone, it is biography. My Grandmother's Chinese Kitchen, 100 Family Recipes. As we mentioned above, cookbook contains the recipes. And here we can put this word, cookbook. Europe, world in maps. When we talk about maps, we talk about atlas. It is the map of Europe. The Times, it's the name of newspaper. Gateway, it's the name of our textbook. English, French, French, English, we can see here 2 languages. It is dictionary, where we can find the translation of words. And the last one, Britannica. Britannica is encyclopedia. In encyclopedia we can find information in different sphere or in different subjects. So your homework is to do the first task and match all these books, all these pictures with words given in this box. And submit your work. That's all for today. Goodbye.